Hey there, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be talking my trash, my empties, because I have quite a bit. This thing is almost full. It is mostly big products in here, taking up a lot of space. I just want to get them out of the way, talk about what I thought about these. If that sounds interesting, then definitely keep on watching. So like I mentioned, I've accumulated quite the empties this month for whatever reason. I'm not sure. I think I've almost hit 15, which is probably my biggest record in January or ever in empties from 2024, because that's when I started to count my empties monthly, and then I didn't do any makeup in 2025, which I've got a couple of empties, and I can link that in the description box if you want to watch that. I intend on doing this monthly just because I'm just going to play by ear. If there's a month where, like January, where I accumulate a bunch and this bag is full and to the brim, then I will be, talking about it. But I tend to wait until 6 months, the middle of the year, and then have all of that accumulated, talk about it in a video, and then do like the year last, end of the year, last 6 months empties. But if you like them or prefer them monthly, then I will definitely keep on doing it this way. I do my empties, I write the dates on them. I do post my reviews on my Using Up the Makeup Instagram channel, which is always linked in the description box, and I do like to talk about them in the order and the dates that I have finished them, starting from the beginning of the month all the way to the end. Starting off at the beginning of the year or the beginning of the month, I finished the Johnson's Calming Shampoo. This is baby shampoo. I got this a long time ago on a deal at Target. It was like super cheap, and I used coupons and gift cards and whatever, and I wanted to try baby shampoo to wash my brushes because people say that this one is also a really good way or a good method to wash brushes, but I personally like another way, and I will talk about it later on in this empties, because I did finish another method or another product that I have is my holy grail of using to clean brushes. But so I did finish this one on January 1st. It was a fun surprise to find that out the first day of the year. But this one was good. I mean, it's very it's calming in the sense that it doesn't have a smell or anything like that. It's a very gentle shampoo. It definitely washed my brushes. I don't think it thoroughly washed them as I would prefer. It definitely left some of the eyeshadow, foundation, concealer residue, or whatever makeup on the bristles themselves. I combined this one with like a sort of makeup brush mat sort of cleaning. It's got the little ridges on it, so you can swipe your brushes, and it's supposed to like get all of the dirt out. Using that and this, well, I feel like it kind of did clean it for the most part, but I did have to use this multiple times, wash them several times, and even then they still wouldn't feel like they were washed thoroughly or completely. So then I would have to end up going to my holy grail method, and that ended up just cleaning them just fine. So I'm glad to have this done. I do not want to repurchase this. I do not want to use this ever again to wash my brushes. Next empty is my AOA Studio from Shop Miss A. This is the coconut lip mask. Sorry, it is a little bit dirty. This is supposed to be a lip mask or a sort of lip balm type of product. As you can see, it does have a white cast to it, so instead of having like clear gloss on the lips, you can definitely see the white from the like coconut part of it. This one was good. This one definitely was a good lip balm. It's also an overnight treatment mask, which most of the times I do apply this before bed or throughout the day, mornings, just anytime I feel like my lips were dry. I didn't particularly like how it was white because I like to wear my lip balms as like a sort of gloss type product, so I like to apply it, and if I want to walk out the door, go to the store, or whatever I need to do, I can just put this in my bag or my pocket and just apply it and then not have to worry. It did, work nicely. It's not my favorite sort of lip product. It definitely left my lips feeling softer than usual. It didn't really like hydrate or like really do anything major to where I'm extremely impressed, but I'm glad it's used up. I'm glad that it is out of my collection. My third empty comes from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is their old packaging of their Daily Hydration Moisturizer. I do cut off most of my actually most, I'd probably say like majority, it's like 99% of my products, to fully clean out everything inside, so that way I scrape and get my entire money's worth. But this is the Daily Hydration Moisturizer. It's got purified water, jojoba, and vitamin E. Like I mentioned, this is their older packaging and their older formulation of the moisturizer. They have since repackaged it to be a Holy Hydration, and the formula is very different from this one. I'd say this one is more moisturizer type of product. This one I felt like definitely hydrated my skin. I do have dry, sometimes very dry skin. I do suffer from eczema, and I found that this one for the most part hydrates my skin enough to where I don't have to go in and layer more hydrating products or more creams or anything to further down my dryness. And this did not irritate or interrupt my eczema in any way. I did not feel any burning sensation against it. I do very much prefer this formulation of the hydration moisturizer. I did buy their new one from the Holy Hydration line, and for me, I feel like that one is not as hydrating. I do have to feel like I'm pumping out a lot more. and it's just not my favorite. So once that one is done, I will be looking for a whole nother moisturizer, just because I want one that's a little bit more deeply penetrating. I want one that's a little bit more hydrating. I want one that does just a little bit more than I think these do. My next empty also comes from e.l.f. This is their Prep and Hydrate Balm. This is their old product. This is supposed to be, I think like back then, it was supposed to be a dupe for one of the Milk makeup sort of products. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like a cooling sort of balm like this. This one is supposed to hydrate and prep skin for makeup application. It has shea, vitamin E, purified water to help nourish and moisturize. This one I didn't really care for. This one, every single time, well, this one, I had one before this one and it smelled like butt, I will tell you that, and it did not smell pleasant at all. This one kind of has like a clean, but like clean butt smelling, so I don't know if that's just because it's an old product and I've had it for a long time, but this one was okay. I don't really think that it prepped my skin for makeup application or really did anything on that end. They also said you could use this as a primer, which I do just no, it was not. I do not recommend. 0 out of 10. This was terrible for a primer. My whole makeup slipped, came off, it did not stick in places, and it was just more troublesome than it was worth. This one I did start using it on the palms of my hands and like on the tops of my hands, just because I do have sometimes dry skin here, or my eczema does like to come back here, so I just wanted a little bit moisture on my hands, and I think that did help at times. It wasn't deeply penetrating, it was very cooling, but it just as a whole of hydration and doing that, I didn't feel like it did that much. Next empty is a candle, and yes, this is all cleared up. This is the Mainstays Bourbon Pecan. Ooh, I almost dropped it. We would have had glass everywhere. We would have had a disaster. But this is, I want to say it's a bourbon pecan pie, if I remember correctly, which, because the other one is a cinnamon one or something. I got this for Christmas years ago, and I was trying to burn this down to the last bit so that I could reuse the container. I didn't end up using this, but at least I've got an empty container to reuse. This one was a good candle. It definitely smelled like pecan pie. It definitely has that nice smell that lingers, and it's more sweet smelling than anything. You don't really smell the bourbon into it. When you burn it, you can smell it. Whenever you blow it out, the smell lingers for about an hour or two after. It was very good. It's a very big, decent sized candle. I want to say I burned it down to like almost like this very bottom, and then I just ended up cleaning it out, which if you guys have not ever tried cleaning out a candle with some wax that's still left over in here, I recommend, and I tried it because I googled, I was like, what's the best way? They said stick this jar in your freezer, let it become super solid, super hard, and then you just break it apart and then it all just falls out. So that is the best method I have found so far. I mean, that's probably the second method I tried, and it definitely works. So if you're looking to clean out a candle jar, use the freezer method. It works 10 out of 10. My next empty is my Makeup Revolution. This is the Hydrate and Hold Primer. This one is so good. Oh my gosh, I love this one. This one also helps me remember that I do have probably like several times over in my collection. I have an AOA one, I have an Essence one, and the NYX one I'm currently using is kind of similar to this one, except it's a little bit different. This one definitely is a like very runny liquid consistency. It was white. It definitely gives the hydration whenever you apply it on your skin. It sinks in, and the hydration only lasts probably for a maximum of like 5 minutes. But the hold part on this, definitely your makeup will hold. It looks beautiful. I've never had a problem applying makeup on this. I've never had trouble with this one. Having issues with all my other foundations or concealers or anything like that. Love this one. I don't think that Makeup Revolution makes this anymore. Not that I would need to repurchase, because I'm trying to go through my primers, and I have ones like I mentioned earlier that are similar to this and way cheaper that I could opt out for instead of this one, but I'm happy to use this up. I really enjoyed this one, and I'm glad that it got used up completely and it's a primer out of my collection. Next empty, I'm going to post a picture up here on the screen, but this is the other soap laundry detergent product that I mentioned at the very beginning when I was talking about the baby shampoo, the Zoap soap. This is my all-time favorite way to clean my makeup brushes. I have been using this probably for four years now, maybe 5 years. It has been a long time, and every single time I go to Walmart, I am stocking up on it because it is like $1, $2. I think it's creeping up to maybe almost $3. I stock up. I mean, they are huge bars. I cannot physically show you just because I'm always running down to like the very last little bits of soap, and then I end up melting that or just using whatever's left over to clean some of like the smaller eyeshadow brushes. This Zoap soap, highly recommend. My favorite way to ever clean brushes. I discovered this on a YouTube video on a whim many years ago on like the proper way to clean your brushes and take care of them so you're not like throwing them away and like keep buying them. This one deep cleans. It's so easy to clean. Like the whole soap, and I just run it under the water and I just clean it, and it takes off the built up the difficult built up makeup English is really hard for me lately these past couple videos. I do have to take quite a while to lather up the soap and massage them into the bristles and to get out all the gunk and makeup that kind of gets stained on there. Now, sometimes some of the colors don't always come out, like blues and reds. Those will just stain the brushes. But for the most part, like, it'll deep clean, it'll be good, it'll smell nice, it's clean, it's like laundry detergent, so you know it's not really going to irritate the bristles or the skin. But just that one is top notch, favorite, holy grail that I've been buying years and years and years. Next empty. Now this one was an empty. It was sitting underneath my sink for whatever reason. This is the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. This is their all-in-one waterproof version. I do think that they have another version or another couple versions of this, but I used to always get this waterproof one just because I do have waterproof mascara. It's the only kind of mascara that I can wear and the eyelashes will hold up and stay with. And this one is cleanses, it smooths, it's good for the face, lips, and eyes. It's for all skin types, even sensitive, and I do suffer from sensitive eczema-prone skin. This was one of the ways that I use to take off my makeup, but since discovering other methods and other products that I just prefer way better, and they work better, and they're just more gentle and more nicer on my skin, I don't gravitate towards this anymore. I also used to use this to take off the glue and the extra makeup mascara buildup on false lashes, but since I don't really wear false lashes that much, I don't need to buy this product. This one definitely works to take off all of your makeup. That's what I was trying to say, and then I just stopped myself and I was like, what am I trying to say? That is one. But yeah, I mean, and there's no complaints about this. It's just you will definitely need to double cleanse. You'll use this to wipe off the initial makeup and then go in with a cleanser or wash your face and whatever. The next empty comes from Shamise. This is the Away Studio Sugar Fix Lip Scrub. This one is in the flavor called Mango. This is like the sugar lip scrub with a little bit of flavor to it. You can taste the mango. So it's got like the it was like a red color and it had a little bit of like sugar into it, or like the exfoliating sugar scrubs, beads or whatever, to, you know, take off any dead skin and you know, moisturize and take care of your lips and stuff, because I tend to forget that area on my face. I can exfoliate my face, I can put cream on my face, I can, you know, do whatever on the main part of my face. When it comes to my lips, I just put a lip oil and I'm like, alright, you're taken care of there. But to be completely honest, I don't gravitate towards lip scrubs. I don't ever really reach for them. I don't remember to use them. I don't care for them. And if I need to scrub my lips, I can always exfoliate with a natural scrub. I can mix up a little bit of sugar, a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of whatever, honey, make a little paste, put it on my lips. It's more cheaper, and I already have those ingredients. I don't have to go and buy a whole separate product for it. So this one was a long time coming. I've been meaning to use this up, and I said, we are going to use this. So the next product is the Silk Elements Mega Silk Olive Heat Protection Spray. These Silk Elements sprays I used to get so many times when I was younger. I used to, way back when in like middle school, high school, I used to not have my hair like this. Like, this is my natural hair. I very much appreciate how it looks now. I don't need to put any sort of products into it. I just wash it and let it dry. But way back when, I didn't care. I didn't like my curly hair. I loved straight hair. I would always wake up, I always take a shower, blow dry my hair, straighten my hair, and I would need a heat protectant for that part of it. So these were definitely repurchases back then. I have not used this in a long time, and I was cleaning out some cabinets and such, and I found this and I was like, wow, that brings me back. This is old. So I just threw it in my empties, but this, I don't necessarily know that it entirely protected my hair from heat. I don't know the science or the technology behind a spray that's supposed to protect, like what is exactly in it that protects it from the heat, and I don't think it ever really did, because I always strained my hair at like the highest temperature. So I was very much abusing my hair. The next product is another hair product. This is from L'Oreal. This is the Sleek It Iron Straight Heat Spray. This one was a purchase because I wanted to try something different than the other heat spray. I wanted to see if maybe there was something better, or there was something that actually protected more. I don't, again, same thing. I don't know if it really did protect my hair. I don't know if it really did anything besides maybe give it some sort of like a little bit of shininess, some sort of like sleekness. Again, I'm not really sold entirely anymore on the whole, this spray will protect your hair. Like, I don't know, for me, I enjoy my natural hair. I enjoy just washing it, letting it dry, and walking out the door. I'm not interested in buying so many different hair products to do something that I'm like, I'm not even gonna care. Like, it's just gonna get washed again tomorrow. I don't care. The next empty is this one, picked up from TJ Maxx. This is from the brand called Too Chic. It's a Frisbee Gone leave-in conditioning and styling elixir. This is supposed to detangle, condition, and define style, reduce frizz and flyaways. Now this one, mainly my mom got it for her because she's very picky when it comes to her hair. She wants something that will keep her curls intact, give her some shine, not really have to worry about fussing with it too much. And I also did want to try it because I was like, well, I was starting to realize I did have somewhat curly hair. My natural hair is a little bit curly, a little bit wavy, and I was like, well, I guess I can give it a try. I yeah, this was, no, I don't think this did anything for my hair. Don't think, it didn't really reduce my frizz. My flyaways are gonna be there. They're flying away still. They're gonna have their own brain. Detangling, what product really detangles hair? I don't know. It sort of conditioned my hair, but it did, on my curls, they did sort of flatten, so they did kind of get more straighter. It didn't really do anything there. My second to last product is from this brand called Headquarters. Another hair product. This is the Deep Scalp Exfoliating Scrub. This one I had gotten a couple years ago. I tried it out. I was like, oh, cool, a hair scrub. That's not something, it's all gone. I cleaned it out, emptied. But I was fascinated because I was like, why didn't I think of that? To exfoliate my scalp, because of course of all of the shampoo, conditioner buildup and anything else from the weather, you know, kind of get stuck up in there, you know, like exfoliating my face. Why didn't I exfoliate my hair? It's just not something that I thought of. So when I initially got it, I was like, cool concept. I'm gonna try and, you know, constantly use it, constantly exfoliate my scalp to, you know, clean my hair and take care of it better. And then I picked it up recently and I'm just like, I don't know if it's actually doing anything. I don't have a microscope to like further go into my scalp and take a real deep look at it or test it out to compare from before to after. It felt very relaxing to have the coarse sugar scrubs in here to like, you know, exfoliate and massage into my scalp and take care of that. It was, you know, it was nice. I was like, oh, it's a nice little massage. It definitely foams up, or honestly, I'm glad it's used up because this would have sat probably for another couple of years in my bathroom and never gotten used up. And my last empty for January, actually finished it today. This is the Five Below product I bought a couple months ago, back in November. This is the Lazy Days Vanilla Lip Balm. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Summer Fridays type thing. If you're on YouTube quite frequently and seen a lot of people talk about Five Below dupes and the Byoma dupes and whatever at Five Below. This was one of them, and I was intrigued because I love lip balms. I always like to have something on my lips to feel nourished and not feel like they're dry or crusty and whatever. Honestly, this one was okay. I feel like I had to apply this one a lot more frequently than my previous experience with lip balms. The vanilla smell didn't really come out that really potent. It was a very, very hint of vanilla. It comes out clear. You can definitely see like the glossiness on the lips. It definitely gave my lips a soft finish, but there were times where when I would apply it, I could still feel like there was some like leftover skin on my lips. Like I don't know if it's because I didn't exfoliate that day or because even I exfoliated and it still showed up. Like I don't know what happened exactly there, but there's still a little bit of product in here. I don't know if we can be able to tell. There is still a little bit in there. I'm tired of this one, honestly. I have tried to I mean, it becomes messy when I scoop my finger in there and apply it, and then I try and wipe it off. There's still sticky residue on my fingers. I try and wash it off. Nothing helps. I have tried to squeeze out every little last drop of this one as much as I could, and there's nothing else coming out of this. So it was okay. I'm not going to repurchase this. I'm glad I tried it. I'm looking for a better lip balm, lip oil type of product for my lips, because I do prefer to have something there on my lips than just plain, dry, crusty lips for nobody to look at, because I don't even want to look at that. That is all of my empties for January. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know, would you prefer to see these monthly, or do you want me to just wait till it accumulates enough to talk about? Let me know what you think. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day and your week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.